Good morning. You're listening to Trusting God at All Times, a daily devotion from Peakland United Methodist Church in Lynchburg, Virginia. I'm Andrew, the deacon here at Peakland. This week, we started doing something new with our in-person worship at 8:30 and 11. We've changed the order a little bit. We've changed the bulletin. But one of the things that we added was sitting through the postlude and taking the moment of the postlude to reflect and contemplate before we go back out into the world. Much in the way that the prelude has previously served as a moment of reflection and preparation for worship, the postlude is supposed to represent a moment of reflection and preparation to go back into the world. As Christians, we understand our time in worship to be not the sole purpose of ministry, but instead, worship is supposed to be a time that we come together, we are renewed so that we can continue the work of the kingdom in the world. I really enjoy the fact that we're now sitting through the postlude, partially because my favorite part of most Sundays is listening and watching Noemi play her music. This is not a knock on Linwood. I love Linwood's music, but Noemi's picks are always exciting to me, partially because I don't play the organ. So while the organ is exciting to listen to, as someone who plays the piano nowhere near at the level Noemi does, getting to listen and watch her play is inspiring for me. I recently was back home with my parents, and I was looking through some of my dad's books labeled easy prelude music. And even the music that was listed as easy, I was struggling to do. I could not figure out how to make my hands do what they had to do. And then I came to church that same weekend, and Noemi was doing things that I can't even begin to imagine how she was doing them. And I told her afterwards, "You're just making me feel bad." And we joked about it, but truthfully, what I was experiencing was just awe and amazement. There was this moment in worship where something that was beyond me was so incredible and eye-opening that it really pulled me into worship in a way that doesn't happen every week. And I think there's something really beautiful in the fact that when we gather for worship, when we gather as a community, part of that process is sharing of our gifts and our talents and what we are passionate about. Because when we share the things that matter to us most, it's amazing how inspiring, uplifting, and challenging those things can be for the rest of us. And so today, I want you to think about the things that you are passionate about, the things that make you excited. And as we look forward to the next week, I invite you to wonder, how are the things that I am passionate about, that I am good at, that give me life, how can those things be shared with my community? How can they be shared so that they can give others life as well? Amen.